I've always been interested in making films, but I haven't ventured to the other side of that world. But I feel as though for me, a big issue that I would have as a writer and probably a director as well is I'm a person who doesn't like to let go of control, especially whenever I see something going a certain way. But what I've noticed on pretty much every set, but especially this set, you and Robby work so well together. Um, so how do you deal with that situation where like you really feel like it should be shot this way or done this way, but you kind of have to, work with the writer, the director as well, and kind of find that happy balance?
Yeah, it is a challenge a lot. I think I went to a seminar at the ASC, the American Society of Cinematographers, and someone asked the question, how do you choose the project? Is it because they're going to give you the budget that you want? You're going to have cool gear, the story is really good. And this great female DP, Cynthia Pushek, ASC, she said, the people, the most important thing that makes me choose to do a project or not do a project is the people, because ultimately film is a collaborative art form. There's nobody out there, not even Steven Spielberg or somebody of that caliber as a director, who can literally physically do every single job better than the people on their team, right? So you have to create a team, and you need to find people who you can trust. And so, unfortunately, you're going to go through it a few times, and sometimes you might be burned. Someone might be really nice, and then you show up on set and they're just like, I don't know, you rub them, you trigger them, and it has nothing to do with you, but they're all upset all the time, or like they have their own vested interest. They just want to shoot really pretty shots and they don't care about telling the story. So and you have to do a little bit of trial and error to find great people. So part of why it can go well is like Cliff, he's a gaffer. All these roles are so important. River, fantastic production designer, wonderful person, you know. Robby, I have so much respect for because he writes these great things. Everyone I try to bring on, or I say I want to work with, or I agree to do something crazy like this with, especially like we're going to do it in film in my house and stuff. I want to know that I trust the people, and that they can respect me and let me do my job and trust that I'm doing my job, and that I also respect them and can let them do their job. And I've just done it a long time. So if someone really is going to do something that's just going to destroy their film, I'm like, look, this is not going to edit. Like, you have to let me get this shot. Like, trust me, you're going to thank me in editing. I've had to have those conversations before, right? But if somebody, and I never want to let it go and be like, I don't care about it, whatever. But if the certain things are like, this is collaborative, right? So I don't need to die on that hill, right? I might really have a great idea, but I don't get stuck on my great ideas, because I'm like, well, I'm a creative person. I'll throw out this idea that I think is really cool, and if the director doesn't like it, I'll come up with 5 more creative ideas. Like, don't get caught on them or stuck on them, or I'll put it in my pocket and I'll go produce a short film later, and I'll use that idea where it works there, because ultimately having that team that wants to work together is the best thing. And sometimes it's not that there's two bad people. Sometimes they're just two people that don't work well together.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the main thing that you said, Rachael, that is for me is definitely is trust, because this is definitely a creative process. This is, this is art, and we're all coming in with our own personalities. We're coming in with our own passion, or what we want, or our skill set and experience and things like that. And I think for me, we do have I believe, we do have a really good working relationship. We have a respect for each other's creative processes, because you have your own as well. I know you're always looking out for my best interest in the editing process as well, and there's things I'm learning too. And my thing is like, I trust that you're going to get the shot. And my focus is on the performers, because, you know, mine is about character work, character arc, story, you know, line delivery. And there's definitely some shots that I want for my own like signature. But I feel like yeah, for me, it's having trust in who you're working with. It's doing what I can to keep momentum. I feel like from what I hear about what we do is we're constantly moving and constantly thinking and constantly processing.